A lot of businesses took on a ton of debt during COVID to SBA loans and private loans, and now they're facing the prospect of having to pay that money back, and they can't do it. They're making choices between what happens if I close down, or how do I manage this debt? How do I get myself out of this hole? And how do I keep going with my business? Thank you for joining me on another episode of Motivational Esquire. My name is Diego Mendez. Not only am I the host of this show, but I'm also an attorney who has been practicing law here in Florida for almost 20 years. I represent a lot of people in a lot of different situations, specifically people who are losing their homes in foreclosure and businesses that have accumulated way too much debt. We're going to be talking about some very specific things, specifically the Chapter 11, Subchapter 5 type bankruptcy, which can help businesses and individuals in certain situations manage large debts like the SBA and other debts that you accumulated either through COVID or after COVID. I constantly get questions from clients or potential clients, people who come see me about their specific situation. A lot of times they're restaurant owners or small business owners who have accumulated lots of SBA debt during COVID and now they cannot pay it. What I advise people in those situations, and of course, every situation is different, but many times they can use what's called a Subchapter 5, Chapter 11 to manage the SBA loans and other debts that they might have. The purpose of that type of bankruptcy is to keep you in business. It's to reorganize your debt. It's to take what you owe and sometimes pay it over more time, or in many cases, negotiate that debt away. Remember, many people, when they took out these loans, didn't realize that these are 30-year notes. The EIDL loan, which is the SBA loan that people took out, is a 30-year note. That means that for 30 years, you're going to be paying this back. Most people who took out SBA loans during COVID did not realize that. One specific situation is a small restaurant that is dealing with that situation right now. How can a Subchapter 5 help that small business? Well, a Subchapter 5 gives you the ability to propose a plan to your creditors and to pay your debts that you've accumulated that you're not paying right now, and it gives you 60 months to pay them back. Many times you can get a discharge of a portion of it, meaning you don't have to pay it all back. Or if you fall behind on certain things like rent or other types of ongoing debt, you can take that debt and spread it out and basically create a new plan for you and your creditor. It's a way for you to manage your situation and stay in business. A Subchapter 5 bankruptcy, it's not the type of bankruptcy that you hear about for big businesses. A lot of big businesses do file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This is a Chapter 11 specifically created for small businesses that have smaller debts. In that situation, you as the debtor company, which is called debtor in possession, have the ability to propose a plan to your creditors after a short period of time, after 90 days, that basically says, okay, I'm going to pay you X amount of money every month based on my current revenue. This gives you a couple things. First of all, it gives you a breather from all of the people calling you, any kind of litigation that they've started against the company, any kind of lawsuits, that sort of thing. It all stops for a little while. Take control of the situation, make some money, accumulate some money, so then you can turn around and say, okay, I have a little bit of money, my business is now stabilized, and now I can take that money and spread it out over 5 years and pay you back. That is the number one most important and most powerful tool that you have. You gain control over the situation. Your creditors have controlled you. Now you have control over your creditors. That is really important. With a Subchapter 5 bankruptcy, you stop all collection activities against the company for a period of time, not forever. You will have to pay this back for the most part, but it gives you the opportunity to say, okay, they're not going to close me down tomorrow. They're not going to come over here with the sheriffs and shut down my small business. I'm going to file this type of bankruptcy, and I'm going to slow down the process, and I'm going to propose a plan because I am a good person and I'm going to pay them back, but I just need a little bit of time. I've helped people with this. There are other people that do this. It is a real thing. It's something you should look into if you have a small business and you are unable to pay your debts.